All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the MSK Show, and this is going to be episode 76. And in this episode of the MSK Show, I'm going to be having a conversation with indie creator, some gamer chick, a person who basically treats me like I'm Alan from Two and a Half Men, and she thinks she's Charlie. I'm really Charlie. She's like Alan,
Keep telling
essentially.
yourself that.
You know, she's a lovely, attractive woman who writes indie books. Let's just say that.
And I stream on Twitch.
Yes. Can I have some of your clout then, please?
Nope.
You actually don't have any clout. I got banned in her chat for basically saying the word, I'm going to say it on YouTube, the word WANKER. Apparently you can't say that on Twitch. It's crazy. In a chat. It literally told me, or do you want to actually post this? It's like, yeah, I should have known that was a red flag right there. Twitch is literally a garbage platform. Why are people still on there? Beyond me. Fuck Twitch. Oh my God. I'm only going to be using Twitch for something else I have planned in the future that's almost done. I'm almost getting ready for. But other than that, I'm just streaming on YouTube, X, and Rumble. That's where I'm at. Twitch is just...
I'm just going to remind you, I was trying to warn you that your cringe was going to get you banned.
I'm just pointing out, I didn't think the word like wanker would be like considered ban worthy. No one thinks about that.
Technically a swear word in England.
Oh my God, man. I hate life. Well, where you been at all this whole time? You don't come around anymore. You basically left me like my dad.
I do that sometimes, yes. I fall off the face of the planet when I'm doing other things like sleeping.
No, all you do is work and sleep. You need something else to do in life, woman.
I mean, I'm either working at work, or I'm working on books.
Yes.
Or I'm sleeping.
Oh, okay. You have to sleep. That's part of life. What are you saying?
Yeah, when you get on at like 9 o'clock at night, that's my bedtime because I get up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Our shows are at 7 and 6. The only show that's at 8 is on Wednesday.
I'm like 2 hours ahead of you.
Oh, boo-hoo. Oh my God.
You're all like, oh, are we good for noon? It's 2 o'clock right now, dude.
Yes, it's only 2 o'clock. You're not some old, retired, freaking dried up egg grandma. Oh my God.
Are you sure?
No, yes, I've seen you before. You're like somewhat attractive. You're like a 6 out of 10, maybe on some good days.
I mean, I would give me a 3 out of 10, but okay.
You at least have a somewhat decent personality. You are technically a 3, but I added 3 points to the personality. Just the banter is good enough.
Sure.
Oh my God. Why do you do this to me?
Because it's amusing.
Good Lord, man. All right. So Donald Trump ended up becoming president. I'm pretty sure you saw that.
I did, and I was very happy about that.
A bunch of leftists been basically melting down. It's really crazy how they're still trying to rationalize like why they, lost. It's very simple. Well, it's not really simple. It's a lot of reasons, but
dude, it's simple. Half the country was getting sick and tired of being told what to do and what to think.
Yeah.
It is very simple. We were also getting sick and tired of illegals storming our gates.
Actually, speaking of that, to go on that, the guy that killed that girl, that illegal who killed the girl, her name started with an L.
Laken Riley?
Yeah, he just ended up getting what? Deported or something like that. He's gonna go to jail. So whatever punishment he had is good enough for that guy. Fuck that guy. And like,
personally, I'm okay with capital punishment. So
I agree, but it's like it's one of those things where people have asked like, well, these immigrants coming over, like they're all good people, and like they just want to. First of all, that can't be true from like a logical perspective based off of like the sheer amount of them that want to come over, right? There's no way. So like we'll use it in like small terms, guys, like numbers. So if like 40 immigrants come over, you tell me that all 40 of them want to do good? They're not bad people. They're not. Like,
there's gonna be at least one in there that's coming over for bad. I said at least one.
No, it's like 3.
Bare minimum.
How many came over, they said, from the Biden administration? Fucking hell. It wasn't like 20,000, 30,000, something like that, right?
I thought it was like in the millions.
Was it in the millions? You're right, it's the millions. And people are saying all those people are good. You guys are like children that live in like this world that's in a Disney princess movie where everyone's like optimistic and everything is becoming like the good guy wins. It's like, guys, life is not like that. Like life's even
No, it is not.
I believe that's a sentiment. Like maybe back in the day that was a sentiment. Like people like I guess you could say like in our age that had that happen to them. Like but their parents came over legally. They have a green card and they later on took the
Citizenship
test. Yes, and they ended up becoming legal citizens. They kind of did it like the right way. Coming over illegally is already breaking the law. So
100% of illegal immigrants that come over across have broken the law. 100%.
Yeah.
Now, the reasons why they did it, I will grant it. There's going to be a few that do it for good reasons, but there's going to be a lot of them that do it for bad reasons.
Yeah. And the thing is like keeping that open, allowing that to happen is not good. And people say, but it's that one. I hate disingenuous like facts that don't present anything. Where people it was like one guy was parroting this and it made no sense anyway. He said, "You are more like 5 times likely to commit a crime than an illegal immigrant." It's like that's so disingenuous. Of course, people that naturally live here longer are going to potentially do crimes faster than someone who doesn't. What kind of fact
I think everybody has technically done a crime at least once in their life. Because I'm sure everybody's littered something at least once. That is technically a crime.
If you download a movie without paying for it,
that's a crime. Speeding is a crime, and I'm fairly certain everybody does that.
Okay, she's basically saying she speeds to work every morning.
I mean, there's one road that's like 30 miles an hour, and yeah, I go like 35.
Oh my god!
The road is empty, and it's hard to judge speed.
You are insane. You're mentally deranged. A woman, you know that, right? Good lord, man. Wait, so on that day, do you think it was very tense about who's going to be president? Like you went out and voted, right? So
yeah, I went and voted. Yeah, my family was super optimistic. I wasn't optimistic because I remembered 2020.
What happened then? What made you lose your faith in humanity?
Humanity itself.
I'll be honest here. If he didn't win, probably I was gonna lose faith in I was gonna lose faith in everything. Honestly, I was like, okay, people just want to live in hell.
Common sense isn't common anymore, so.
Hey, maybe the sentiment is kind of returning. I mean, she lost in such a massive landslide that.
Well, they also it's hilarious because like every time they put up a woman, she's always one of the most unlikable women you could ever find.
Every time they put up a woman, they've also lost too. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. But it's always like the most unlikable woman that they can find. Yeah. It's like they're trying to say that women can't be president. For me, if a woman, say like the female version of Trump ran, I would probably vote for her.
So like essentially his wife, probably?
Well, his wife can't run.
You're right, yeah.
But well, even like his daughter.
Have you seen the way they've been treating his granddaughter? She just looks like she's like super. I'll say she looks like she just it's like a kid still. She has that.
She looks like a fucking rich kid, and she looks well put together. She looks like she has a head on her shoulders.
Yeah, and every single time she posts about her granddad, because she obviously can tell she loves her granddad. She's happy that he's successful. Everyone just, you fucking bitch. I hope you die. Hope you fucking get raped.
They were the same way with Barron Trump. They were the same way with Barron Trump during Trump's first term. They were the same way. Like they don't care if it's a child, an elderly person. They don't give a crap. If you do not think the way that they think, they're going to sit there and be total trash to you.
This girl's like 16, like what, 15, 16 years old. It's crazy how like they're talking about all like being inclusive and we love women and we fight for women all the time. And like only if they believe what you're saying, only if they parrot every single talking point you have. Oh my God. People are.
It's why I find it so annoying when I'm like on Twitter and I follow one author whose books I don't really care for anymore, but I used to love her books.
Why do you do that? She always throws in the jabs. I mean, I don't like her anymore. I mean, her books secretly always suck.
No, like the beginning of the Anita Blake series were good. they're pretty damn well written, but as time has gone, the books are worse. Like, it's just basically liberal lefty lunacy. But I remember shortly after the election, the author Laurel K. Hamilton, she tweets out, if you voted for Trump, you better be willing to stand up for anybody who's being a jackass to minorities or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, okay, well, you need to flip that around too, because you guys need to start standing up for Trump supporters getting abused. Mm-hmm. And then one of my friends posted on YouTube, or not YouTube, but Facebook, and it was one of those memes talking about how, like, if you're a Nazi, you should actually fear for your safety. And I'm sitting there like, I actually commented, I was like, no, we can't be thinking like this. And they're like, well, there was an actual Nazi rally. And I'm like, yeah, they're idiots, but we shouldn't normalize violence against them. We should actually go up to them and ask them why they believe the things that they believe and open an actual dialogue with them, because you're going to be able to change their minds so much easier if you actually talk to them and treat them like humans. Like, if you normalize, oh, if they're a Nazi, beat them up. Well, someone's going to look at someone and go, oh, well, you voted for Trump, therefore you're a Nazi, I'm going to beat you up. And that person could just be trying to live their life and just want to fucking be able to buy milk and eggs. Like,
yeah. It's, it's crazy how, like, they call everyone Nazis, and it's like, does that word even have any meaning anymore? Like, none of their buzzwords
it really doesn't. Because, like, I commented on it. I was like, words have no meanings. And then my friend, all of his friends started like dogpiling on me. I actually haven't looked at the responses because like every single time like I mention something or you'll kind of go against whatever they're trying to say, they dogpile me. And it's just like, you guys are the ones basically trying to dehumanize me, alienate me. You're never going to be able to change my mind or even get me to see any way that you want me to, because the moment I open my mouth and go, hey, this is how I'm viewing it, you dogpile me. Mm-hmm. I mean, Daryl Davis, he managed to change the hearts and minds of 200 KKK members by being their friend. Like, we should normalize that kind of rhetoric, because it's like, okay, open the dialogue, talk to them, treat them like humans. Because there's even studies that show the homeless problems, like when you have the homeless people that just drop their pants and take a shit in the middle of the road with hundreds of people watching. One of the reasons why they do that is because they've been dehumanized by the people around them so long that they don't feel like they're human anymore. And that's where you start getting those problems. But if you treat them like humans, like if they come up to you like, hey, you have any spare change? Just go, no, man, sorry. Like, actually treat them like a person. They're not going to fall into those habits as easily, because they'll still feel like a human. But when someone gives you a different point of view, instead of attacking them and dogpiling them because they don't think the same way as you do, why don't you just open the dialogue, actually talk to them, actually listen to what they're saying? Because probably if you're willing to talk things out and open those dialogues, that's when we start getting the new ideas. That's when we start getting real diversity, because all of a sudden new ideas are coming up, because you guys are going back and forth, and all of a sudden it clicks and you go, wait, what if we do it this way? And bam, you have a whole new idea. And it could be better than both of your ideas, because it's got the good parts of both ideas melded together to make something better.
Yeah, the thing that I never kind of fully go into is if someone's spouting just absolute nonsense, is I also do this. You can always be, courteous, or you even have to respect the person, but just act like a normal human being. Just, you just talk, you just, stand there and listen, and not try to listen as far as trying to get to your next point, as far as just actually hear what the person's saying. Because people do that in conversation where they disagree. They're just trying to say the next thing fast. They're not actually paying attention to. That's what hurts conversation.
That's one thing that I've noticed, especially when they're dogpiling me, and why I haven't even bothered looking at the responses is because I'll say something the last thing that I said on that thing was, we shouldn't normalize violence against idiots. Because I'm sorry, but if you are an actual racist, you're an idiot. But it's something that can be changed by actually opening the dialogue. But a lot of times, like, I'll say something and they just completely bulldoze over what I'm saying. And it's just like, you're not actually listening to what I'm saying. Cause like the last time this happened, I was telling them like, hey, there are books that we shouldn't allow in a school library. I've encountered books like that, and you can find those books at a public library, which that's fine. But I mean, if you've got a book that has the anal rape of a man in graphic detail in it, that should not be in a children's library. Like having that on a list of, we're not putting this in the library for the freaking middle schoolers. That's not banning the book. That's just going, hey, this has inappropriate content. I have read a book like that, and I read that when I was, I think, in junior high.
You're disgusting. You're sick in the head. What's wrong with you? Why are you reading stuff like that?
I was in a vampire phase, and I was looking at all the vampire books, and I read through all the vampire books in the young adult section in the public library, so I went to the adult section.
You're crazy. You know that? All that disgusting stuff you read as a kid ripped apart your brain. It tormented your mind and
probably
molded it into this person I see right here. All because of those books you read.
The thing is, in that argument that I had with those people, and I was basically saying, hey, there are books that should not be in school libraries. I told them specifically about me reading that book as a child and as an adult going, I should have never been allowed to read that book. But it was still, but I was still able to obtain it because I had the I don't know, the tenacity to walk my happy ass down to the fucking public library and rent it out.
Good Lord, man. It's the other argument that goes along with that. It's kind of like the same argument I like to use with like movies and television. Let's look at this. Why do you think we have ratings on stuff, guys? Why do, like, back in the day when I was younger, probably when you were younger too, didn't you probably had friends and family where like your mom would ask what your like their kids were watching? They probably watched like horror movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed, like, and there are some kids that watch it that didn't get affected by it, but you're not supposed to, because guys, the reason why there's age appropriate ratings on things. That's not censorship. That's basically to kind of have like there's barriers to stuff that
I was a kid the first time I saw Child's Play, and I was terrified of dolls ever since then.
I watched that was the first ever horror movie I ever watched was Child's Play. Yeah.
I still get wigged out like whenever I'm watching a horror movie and it's got a doll in there. I'm still like, ugh. It's dolls and puppets that do it for me. Like I can watch a gore fest like Silent Hill be perfectly fine, but like you throw on Child's Play and I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah. I watched that was my first ever like horror slasher movie. Freaked me out for years.
It was me and like a couple neighbor kids, and we were watching it. We kept having to like run out of the room because we were scared.
Like literally I went under my mom's chair and just sat there with my eyes closed, peeking up and down. I was literally just terrified. Now I got over that as years went by. I watched many other horror movies. I just can't do the creepy doll thing. I can't. It's just,
creepy doll thing. No.
I could literally watch Michael Myers rip someone in half, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Fucking ridiculous,
right?
Man. No, but like that's the thing. It's like having that, like even watching Child's Play as a kid, it caused nightmares for me. I never told anybody this, but it caused nightmares for me many years after the fact.
Dude, Jumanji caused nightmares for me.
I was
a kid.
What's wrong with you?
So we watched Jumanji, and then that night I had a dream about a board game that like secreted this ooze, and if you touched the ooze, you turned into a plant.
I want to be a plant.
It was terrifying though.
To be a plant?
To go through the process of going from person to plant. Watching Jumanji as a kid, that caused that dream in my brain. So I'm like, okay. I haven't watched Jumanji since.
Because to see people go like, oh, like PG range, it's not censorship. That's literally what they define as age appropriate. Like, because by their logic, then I'm not saying that this ever happened. should like those kids watch porn? No one would ever say that. That's like you would go like, no, right? Yes, guys, because there are age appropriate things you're not allowed to watch, or your parents would like whoop your ass if you did those things because they know the effects it'll have on you. That's not, good Lord, it's not censorship. Censorship is like literally if I went on Twitter and I said abortion is wrong and I got banned for it. That's censorship.
That's censorship. Yeah. That's basically going, hey, we don't like what you're saying. We're going to silence you. That's essentially what they did to Alex Jones.
Yeah, he got brought back, and that was good. I was glad Elon Musk brought Twitter. That old Twitter is so overrated, man. Old Twitter was trash, man.
Literally, I mean, Twitter is still trash because you still got all those crazy people, but now you can now all the crazy people can talk without any fear of being censored. No, you cannot post kick him in the balls. I got a 7-hour suspension because I posted that one day.
You're crazy. You're mentally deranged.
Dude, I can't say kick him in the balls on Twitter, but I can go into a Twitch stream and then have that be my first thing I say in the chat, and Twitch doesn't bat an eye.
I actually got a week's, was it a week suspension? Or somewhere around there, because I told someone to go jump in a lake. They said that's violent speech. I'm like, I've never heard of violent speech. What is that? That's a new one.
That's basically created. What my kick him in the balls got me to. But it was only like a 7-hour
speech. That makes no sense.
I have no idea.
What are these terms people just make up?
People just make up terms because they're just like, we don't want to hear anybody talk.
I just hate it, man. I love the life though. It's fun. It's watching mainstream media fall apart now. CNN having like lowest record viewership. MSNBC might be sold off. Like they all lied about Trump losing the election, and then everyone's like, "Wait a minute, you lied to me. You told me the orange man bad. Wait a minute, we might."
Well, also like the only people that watch them are old people, and
legit people
they have a limited amount of time left. So
why?
Because it's the truth.
Like I would say people like your mom's age or your dad's age still watch them. That's the demographic. Like the generation before we came up is their demographic.
Yeah. Yeah, but my dad doesn't even watch them.
Yeah, and actually it's crazy. It's mostly the women that do it still. Most older guys know what's up. They're like, I'm not watching that bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
Like what old man, is like fucking sitting down going like, you know what? Hard day at work, everybody. Gotta sit down and watch CNN.
It's probably the same old men that get scammed by scammers, which on the whole, like normalizing violence, you should normalize violence against scammers.
Yes.
Because they are actively hurting people.
I just don't get it anymore. What do they hope to achieve by like constantly calling someone Hitler? I legitimately tried to watch one of their casts. I tried to watch, I think it was either MSNBC's or CNN's one time just to watch a full run of it. I haven't watched a whole news run in a long time. Man,
dude, that reminds me of I think it was like back in 2016. Was it 2016 or was it 2018? I don't remember what it was, but it was a Christmas special that Louder with Crowder did where he watched CNN all day.
That's hell.
And by the end of it, he's just like, I'd rather be waterboarded again.
We're not that's crazy. That's crazy.
He watched CNN all fucking day for a Christmas special.
Who would want to willingly go through that?
I've been willingly torturing myself with fail guards, so people do it.
I just think like if anyone tuned in to like CNN or MSNBC or whatever, all they did is talk about Trump 24/7. And now since they lost the election, they have to cope every single day about why they lost. Why did the American people choose him?
Because he wasn't sitting there calling us half the country garbage. No, Biden called half the country garbage, and Trump's just like, I'm putting on a garbage suit and I'm going to collect you all.
That was pretty funny. That was hilarious.
That was freaking awesome.
I thought it was hilarious. Man, pulled him in a garbage truck. Okay, that's my president right there. Go. You can win after that.
Pulls up in a garbage truck, and then you could legitimately say he is the first president to get elected because of a dead squirrel.
Oh God,
that happened, and I think like the entire country just went, "We're done. We're done." Because like you look at like counties, it is very like pretty much almost like even in New York, Illinois, fucking Minnesota, California, all of like the liberal strongholds. You look at like county maps, and they're mostly blue and they're mostly red still. Like if you look at county maps.
You know what also didn't help Kamala Harris is fucking half of her people that have the influence, because now people know that the movie, because people know like us know movie stars haven't had influence in a very long time. I mean, like if people haven't been noticing, you know the reason why movies are consistently flopping? Well, it's because no one cares to go see them anymore. They've lost favor with people. It's not even that most of the movies are just really bad. The age of that whole like, well, if I pay this actor a bunch of money, he attracts the people. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore unless you're like Dwayne Johnson or maybe like Tom Cruise.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman can still bring in good money. I mean, they proved it with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that movie was amazing, but when like you're listening to the interviews that they've done about that movie, their goal for that movie was to make a movie for the fans. It wasn't a movie to like push an agenda or anything like that. They were like, we want to make a movie. We want to make a good movie, and we want it to be for the fans. It wasn't anything like that. And then like for the Dragon Age Veilguard game, that was not a game made for the fans. It was not. And like 10 minutes into the game, you know it's not made for the fans. Like it doesn't follow any of the lore that came before it. I mean, they take nothing from the established lore, and they have 3 video games. There's books, there's movies, there is this massive wealth of just established content and lore that they could have pulled from, and they didn't. They had Solus, which was a fan favorite character. He was set up in Inquisition to be the main antagonist for the next game. And even though he was a fan favorite, people were we were gunning for to be able to like go against him, to be, because like that kind of story would have made so much more sense, because you have Solus, and whether you befriended him, he was like not your friend, whatever. Now you're going after him, trying to either stop him, make a compromise, or help him. Like that's how the next game should have been. Like those should have been the 3 options for the end of the game, was either stop him, make a compromise, or help him. And if you played a female elf and romanced him, they could have done a big enough time gap to where you could have, like, they could have incorporated, if you had that romance, play a love child for him. So then it turns the entire story into like you going against your dad. That would have made a much better game than what they gave us. But what they gave us is just absolute dog shit trash. All of the companions, they're either Fortnite characters or discount versions of fan favorites from the previous games. Like that Bellaria elf chick, just basically a discount Meryl. That trash chick, the one that's supposed to be the non-binary person, discount Iron Bull. Iron Bull was an amazing character in Inquisition. I loved him. He was great. Emmerich, basically just a Fortnite character, and kind of their discount version of like Dorian and Solus put together. And so far on like the romanceable options, you can pretty much romance every single character, whether you're a boy or a girl. And I'm like, why? What's the point? Why can't it be like, okay, you have to be this either this specific race or gender in order to romance this character? Why is it that it doesn't matter who or what you are, you can still romance them? In Dragon Age Origins, Morrigan and Alistair, you had to be the opposite gender. It was only Zephyrin and Liliana that you could be the same gender with them. Dragon Age 2, I can't quite remember the romance stuff, mainly because I always just romanced Anders and I always played a girl anyway. But like in Dragon Age Inquisition, to romance Cullen, you had to be a woman. To romance Solus, you had to be a female elf. You could not be anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Sarah, you had to be a female. Dorian, you had to be a man. Like, that was part of that thing, and they did with freaking Failguard. It's just like, doesn't matter what you are, we don't give a shit. And I'm like, so stupid. And then all of the dialogue just sucks ass. It sucks. Better dialogue.
Good Lord. Good. Yeah, God, man.
There was better dialogue, and at the end of the third Sacred Beast book, there is literally a scene where there is a kid sitting in the middle of a just trashed apartment, watching cartoons, eating cupcakes with a naked magazine in front of him.
They wonder why this game didn't win Game of the Year or get nominated for Game of the Year. Crazy.
I'm more surprised that didn't happen because of like how much bullshit reviews came out right before it came out. Because they were like, "Oh, it's the greatest game ever," and then people started playing it and went, "Nope, this game sucks."
These are bought and paid for shills, though. Like that's why people can't trust the media or even on like this like pop culture side or entertainment side anymore because these guys
it's all bought and paid for.
Yeah,
with the whole thing, like it even came out that people who were even slightly critical of it, they weren't getting codes to review it.
Like that's the problem, is that I would say maybe back in the day they allowed you to criticize the products a bit more, but now it's at a point where if any of them that want to get like free access codes or free merchandise for an upcoming movie, you better say this thing is the best thing since sliced bread, or you lose our precious access. That's what people understand. Like that makes that company a sellout. People know that, right? The only reason why certain few of them can get away with it is depending on how much their level of influence is at. So like Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, probably like a top 3 right there. They can get away with that because they are like the upper echelon of the access media. But if you're like a Screen Rant, Hollywood Handle, Discussing Film, IndieWire, Comic Book Resource, stuff like that, no, you better get on your fucking knees.
Dude, if someone read my books and told me to my face that they were shit and gave me every single point on like where I fucked up in the books, I'd be happy for the criticism because it's like, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I can do for the next book. Like that. They're looking at any sort of criticism as you just hate the game because you're a bigot, instead of looking at it like, okay, this is where we fucked up. This is where we need to work on. Let's going forward, let's make these changes and work on these things. I mean, if you're sitting there and you can't draw a hand, you practice drawing hands until you can draw a hand. If you can't spell a word, you keep practicing spelling that word until you can finally spell it. It's like they're not looking at it as, okay, the fans didn't like this because we went this way. Okay, let's go back to what worked. Let's look and see what made Dragon Age Origins so successful versus what's making Veilguard so not successful, and see where we fucked it up and then change it moving forward. Like the only way BioWare is probably going to save itself is if they fire everybody that worked on fucking Dragon Age Veilguard and bring back more people that are like, we want to make these games for the fans. It's for the fans, not our circle jerk bukkake that we have to have.
You mean bukkake? Now that's a P. Diddy orgy right there. They want to have with each other.
Dude, that's pretty much what the game is.
Isn't that your thing?
Fucking hell. No. I just don't like being preached at.
I thought you liked the gay orgy thing.
I don't like being preached at.
There was one scene that I did watch. I think it's the one you were saying where they're talking about like pronouns, whatever. I was like,
oh God, I have not gotten to that one in the. I haven't gotten to that one in the game yet. But like my first encounter with trash, I'm just sitting there like, I don't like this character. Like I even did a second video on like my thoughts and critiques for Veilguard, and I flat out compared it to a better written porno.
You live in like purgatory. What is wrong with you?
I have one manga book series that I like. Happens to be a gay romance. It's essentially a porno, and it's better written than Veilguard.
Why are you writing smut?
I didn't write this one.
You need to go outside and touch actual grass.
I touch grass every day. I have to go outside with my dog.
Oh my god. You don't go outside with your cat?
Why would I take the cats outside?
You know what's crazy? People don't walk their cat. Everyone normalizes walking dogs. No one walks their cat. I walked my cat.
Have you tried walking a cat?
I did. It's pretty hard. I'll say. Yeah, but walk your cat.
I do have harnesses and leashes for the cats, though.
Good lord.
I do have that because sometimes it's helpful when I take them to the vet.
Oh gosh. What other games are you been playing?
I have been playing a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So that was the first ones that came out on the Switch. I forgot how great those games were. I love the music for them. I love like the whole like stadium thing for all of the gym battles. I just need to get a splitter. Yeah, an HDMI splitter for my PlayStation 3, and I'll be able to stream Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. I just need the splitter for it.
Or even with League of Legends for like the whole game nomination thing. So Riot Games, does Valorant and League and everything. Mm-hmm. Isn't it kind of a conflict of interest to have one company have two titles in the game nominations for esports?
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, Riot Games, it's Valorant, League of Legends. I don't know if they put up Wild Rift or whatever. There was another game I think they had in there. I could be wrong, but I know they have for sure Valorant and League, right? Isn't that kind of sus? Like Riot has that much pull in esports where they can have basically two of their games compete.
It should be one game from each company.
It should be. That's how it should work, right?
That company's best game for Game of the Year.
Yeah, because they're already getting nominated for like Arcane and other things. It's like fucking hell, man. It's so I don't like
this. Is why I don't really bother with award shows.
I never did. I like back when I was, I'll admit, back when I was younger, I like, hey, my movie won an award. But the more I grew up, I was like, I don't care about awards.
What's the point? I mean, even the ones that don't even get nominated, they're gonna if they're a good movie, they're gonna have fans. So I don't understand the whole, hey, we're gonna have all of these awards for like the best movies or whatever. Like, how about we just go, okay, this movie sold more, more people went and watched this movie and enjoyed it than this movie. Bam, they win. And call it a day.
Yeah, because this, at the end of the day, if someone likes a movie, whether it's like been panned by critics or it's loved by everyone, people are going to love it or hate it no matter what. And an award doesn't change that. It doesn't change anything.
I mean, you can have take the Wheel of Time books. A whole bunch of people love them, but not everybody likes them because not everybody likes fantasy. And then there are people who like fantasy that don't like Wheel of Times. I think they're idiots, but it happens.
Yeah, I was going to throw in those jabs. They're always there.
Oh, yes.
Good Lord, man. Like, you remember a few years ago, Tom Cruise got in his truck, took those Golden Globe trophies he won, and just dumped them on their lot? Guys, Tom Cruise is, I mean, still, I would say a big movie star as far as like name value look. He doesn't value awards. I don't get it with this whole award thing. Anytime, and I like some of the controversies I support. I really do. But when any of them talk about awards, it's like, guys, no one cares about award shows anymore. Award shows are literally trash. They've never meant anything. Eminem, I don't like Eminem's politics or anything, but he spilled the beans on the Grammys for a reason why he would never support that anymore after what they did to him. Like, they just do away with award shows. It's all meaningless, worthless validation.
It's basically the Hollywood elite getting into a circle and jerking each other off. That's all it is.
I'm pretty sure you like that. Don't lie to me.
Like the last two Anita Blake books, it's like the entire books were essentially just a circle jerk about how freaking therapy is the best thing on the planet, and not being a heterosexual monogamous person is a bad thing. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Hollywood like legit hates white people, I think, at this point. No
Dude,
one
they
really
hate
directly
anybody.
said that.
Dude, they say they hate white people, yet most of them are white.
Yeah.
They're trying to get all the minorities to hate the white people, so they have a reason to be like, oh, we should round up the minorities.
Gosh, they went
That's
all
what
in on
it all
minorities.
is.
Yeah. They went all in on minorities, thinking like, oh, there's some hidden money here. None of the minorities that were supporting you already were doing it. They just.
I mean, freaking Acolyte got canceled after a season because it was so bad. Why couldn't that have happened to Velma?
I'm just
or
pointing out.
Wheel of Trash, or Rings of What the Fuck.
The Acolyte. Remember, Deadline reported the news first, and Deadline had mentioned the fact that the sources that they were close to him told them the reason why the show got canceled was because it had record low viewership. So even Disney, as much as they claim to like minorities and all the other fucking bullshit they always say, apparently they don't like minorities, guys. Why did they cancel a show with people of color if they really support them? Why not keep the show going?
They like money more than they like minorities.
And the Disney store fans went, "Oh my god, Disney! How dare!" It's like a light bulb almost went off in their heads, but then it didn't happen because they kept going after the dude bros or the chuds because they were calling out how bad the Acolyte was. It's like, okay, you guys can't be saved. You're just stupid.
Like all the people that have been posting videos just ragging on FailGuard, everybody just keeps going, well, the only reason why FailGuard is failing is because YouTubers. It's like, no, we're just going, hey, this is a shit game. Here's my gameplay.
Yeah.
Make of it what you will. And everybody else is just going, spending my money on that.
But there's two things, because there's a twofold argument to that. It's like, are they suddenly saying that now people like yourself have more power than the access media then? People would just rather wait for you to talk about it than someone that is deemed industry, appropriate? Because that's potentially how things are leaning, I
stopped listening to like IGN and all of that stuff for like
IGN was always trash.
But I stopped listening to them mainly because it's one of my favorite games to play is White Knight Chronicles. It's not the greatest game out there, but I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it.
We should play Farm Simulator. Let's do that. Farm Simulator gameplay. Let's go. I love that shit.
But like, when that game first came out, IGN gave it like a 5 out of 10. And I'm just like, I'm going to personally give it an 8 out of 10. So go fuck yourself.
Back in the day, like around the 2005-8 period, they would give any game a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. They didn't give White Knight Chronicles that. That game dude, that game is still the only game that has ever given me shivers.
Oh my god. Like we're talking like orgasms?
So in White Knight Chronicles 2, the second to final boss battle, it goes from a cutscene straight into the boss battle, and the way that it does it and the song that starts playing when it happens, it sent shivers down my spine.
Good lord.
Yeah, I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing. And then like my blood started getting pumping, and like it was the best boss battle I'd ever gotten into in any game.
I'm pretty sure I could give you shivers with my strokes.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Wow. Is that a challenge I hear?
No.
Good lord, man. It's
don't
crazy.
Date commies. Sorry.
I'm not. Are you crazy? I'm not a communist. You're out of your fucking mind.
You live in California. You're a commie.
Just saying. Would a communist wear this?
If you lived in California, yeah.
Oh, okay. You're just mentally deranged. Oh my goodness.
Nope, I live in the free country of Texas.
Texas. What has it say ever swung blue a few times? Has it? I don't remember it. I don't think it has.
Probably. I mean, it's probably gone blue. I know. Minnesota hasn't gone red in fucking centuries.
You know what's crazy is the fact that literally half of the entirety of the United States, outside of maybe like 5 states, were all red. A complete red wave, as people wanted. This, and if you look at some of the cities, where it's instead of like the overall map,
like you look at the blue.
A lot of them are still red too.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying about the counties. When you look at like a county map of the United States, it's pretty much all red.
Yeah, ours is like that too.
It's only where the big cities are that were blue.
Yeah, because ours is primarily like, as you know, California is pretty blue, all things considered. This election around, good amount of it was red. The problem is that like San Francisco,
in California, like on the West Coast, pretty much all like Oregon, Washington, California, all of them. When you look at county maps, they've always been blue in the cities and red in the like on the countryside. Yeah. It's always been like that.
Because
so basically, like California is just run by the cities.
Yeah, the big ones.
Tim Pool was talking about it. He was talking to a bunch of farmers in California, and they have to dig for water, even though there's a river going right by their land that they could just get water from.
They do. There's no way they always do.
Legally, they're not allowed to. If they got caught, they'd get in trouble because the big cities went, no, we want that water.
Oh, okay.
So the farmers, they have to dig for the water, which costs way more money than just taking it from the river. So that's why your vegetables cost a shitload over there, is because they have to dig for all that water. That goes into the price for the vegetables.
Oh, God. I'm glad I don't eat bananas the long way, because I'm not gay.
We all know you're gay.
No, I'm not.
You could probably put a condom on a guy's dick with your mouth.
That's you.
That's you.
I don't have sex with men. I have sex with women, and I lick vaginas because they taste great. Licking up and down.
Trans women don't count as women.
Trans women cheerleader porn. That's where you got to start going.
We all know you love watching Buck Angel.
That's not. No, get out of here. Now, I need to throw you out of the show at this point. Good gosh.
We all know you used to watch Buck Angel's early stuff.
No chicks with dicks. I need natural born women with vages. I'm good.
Buck Angel is a dude with a vagina.
I know who that is. Dude with a vagina. Yeah. Definitely some asterisks to that. Gosh, Fred. Why are you like this? Who made you this way? Those books you read as a kid. Ex-boyfriends. Oh my God. I can be better than them. I can change you.
Nah. No, I will say, one of my ex-boyfriends messaged me like a week before my video went viral, basically going, I'm sorry. And I'm like, I don't fucking believe you.
You have trust issues. You have everything
wrong. I really
do.
Dude, that was the ex-boyfriend that turned my one of my cats into an angry mama's boy.
You have daddy
he hates
issues.
Everybody but me. Yeah. I don't have daddy issues. I have mommy issues. There's a difference.
Oh my God. You have mommy issues. So you're literally Charlie from 2.5 Men. What happened with you and your mom?
She abused me and my dad.
No one talks about those things too. It's always just from the dad point of view. It's like, oh, they're the bad ones and everything. No one talks about like moms leaving their kids.
No, my mom was the abusive one. It was all mental, but I mean, it's still abuse.
God. So that's how you turned out the way you are. Good God. I can change you. I can unravel all of that.
Nope.
Oh my God. It's like you just want to have like Stockholm syndrome or something.
Stockholm syndrome with me, and I still talk to my mom. I haven't talked to her since I moved to Michigan back in 2010.
You haven't talked to your mom in 14 years?
Nope.
What do you think she's doing?
I don't fucking know.
Lady, contact your mother.
No.
What if she like dies and you'll never had a chance to like say goodbye or whatever? Like
that's her problem.
Oh my God! Stop being like this. Go contact your mom.
No. Lord. Why should I? She's never apologized for how she treated me. She's never apologized to my dad for how she treated him.
You can be a better person. You're the better person than her. Go do it.
Dude, if she went in therapy and actually apologized to me and my dad for how she treated us, I would talk to her. But since she's never made any attempt to that, she still blames me for what she did to me.
Just be the bigger person and be like, just be the bigger person. Oh my God. I mean, you are the bigger person for talking realistically. But
actually, no, that's her still too.
You're saying she's some like fat, old, poor, depraved woman.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
Who can't even get a date.
I don't think you had one either. You haven't been on a date in forever.
I've been on dates recently.
Recently, okay. What did you end up smashing?
No, but we got Chimkin. We got wings.
And no smashing? Oh my God. You're that type of girl. I have to love the guy. Oh fuck, that's so gay.
Hey, you know who doesn't have to like worry about abortions or STDs? This girl.
That's gross. Like literally, just have him blow it in your face. It's not that hard.
Nah, dude, pre-cum can get you pregnant.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like the only 100% effective method is abstinence. It also prevents fucking STDs.
You didn't get pregnant before when you had sex. What's that change now? Did you take like fucking birth control pills or something?
I haven't been on birth control since I came down to Texas, actually.
Oh my God, what is wrong with this woman?
I didn't want to put chemicals in my body.
You need church. I can't help you. I need the intervention from God. He can do this.
I don't believe in God.
Me neither, but that's beside the point. Oh God, fucking kill me now.
Wait, how is it such a bad thing to be abstinent?
I don't care. I'm abstinent myself, but it's by choice, obviously. You know.
We all know you're the king of cringe incels.
You could literally just get one of those patches. Don't those work?
Dude, they have so many different kinds of birth control, but like when you look at how America's kind of having a fertility epidemic right now, I think it's partially because of all the different birth controls that we have. Because a lot of it's still just putting chemicals that aren't naturally like in your body into your body to prevent a natural occurrence in your body. So that I believe that there probably is a correlation between like some of the health epidemics that we're having and what we're basically just putting into our bodies.
There have been stories of girls that, have taken birth control since like what? Maybe like 16, 17 years old, and they end up being like where you can't have kids anymore. I forgot it's infertile, right? Yeah.
Yeah, infertile.
Good God, that's not good. That's definitely bad. So so it's either take birth control, these other methods, or just hope the guy blows it in your chest or your face.
Or just be extremely picky and selective.
Yeah, that's gay. Come on.
No.
That's not fun.
Now you're starting to sound like a loony lefty.
Hey, I'm saying if a girl wants to be a whore, you can be a whore with me. Go ahead. I'm all open for it. Let's go.
Have fun with all that child support then.
Child support. You think I'm pulling out insanely fast. Out, blow it somewhere, and then run. I'm a master at that.
Let me guess. You also give them fake names?
Yeah. Oh. Birth control is bad. There's a correlation between birth control and mental illness. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have sex with crazy women, but they do know how to ride the best.
Commie is code for black guy.
We're off the deep end here.
Oh yeah, we fell off the deep end a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. Oh, remember Obama? He was basically saying like the reason why you black guys didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris is because she's a woman. He was taught because she had no favor with black guys at all. And then they had to pull out Obama.
The Latino guys didn't like her either.
Yeah, Obama had to basically go up to the black guys and be like, "Hey, you should vote for her, but you don't want to vote for her because she's a woman." It's like, what is this guy? What's wrong with that man? Man, it's like the ultimate DEI hire talking about people. Fucking, he can't understand why the country is like divisive. Like, shut up.
He's the problem. He was the one that made it as divisive as it is right now.
Because
Because I even remember when he got elected, that was actually the first election I voted in, and I voted against him because I was like, fuck this guy. I do not like him.
Bet you got a lot of heat for that. What? You don't want to vote for the black man?
Dude, I didn't tell anybody in my school because I was still in high school because like half the fucking like school population was black and they kept wearing these like fucking Obama is Jesus t-shirt shit. And I'm like, I ain't saying a single thing around you guys. I'm not getting my ass kicked today.
You do not need no Shaniquas coming after you.
Oh no. It's like half of them are pregnant anyway.
They can't be. I mean, of course, because reasons. You know. Oh gosh. Oh shit.
I think there was like 5 pregnant chicks walking around in my senior class.
Of course they were, because they're fucking whorebags.
It's like, god damn.
They didn't have no dad growing up. Guarantee you the moms had no hair.
Our sex ed even said abstinence is the way to go. But remember the condoms if you don't feel like being abstinent.
How do you put those on? Can you show me?
You know how to put a condom on.
Gosh, man. You should put it on for me. That way I can use it. See, there you go.
No.
Good Lord, man. No fun of this chick. It's like, you don't go to bars, you don't go to clubs. What good are you?
I mean, I've been getting drunk while playing Veilguard.
Oh my god. Okay, getting blackout drunk playing Dragon Age Veilguard. Not that.
I did not put drinking rules like at the bottom of my stream every single time. It's just take a shot every time you die a little inside.
What other games came out that you were just like not interested in playing?
I know Fortnite was one that I wasn't interested in playing when it came out, and Veilguard looks like fucking Fortnite, so it's like, ugh, gross.
I have Fortnite. I just haven't like fully went through with putting up on my computer. I downloaded it. I have it. I don't know why I haven't went through it fully playing it. Maybe I'm scared. You know, learning new games is hard for me. You know.
That Concord game, I didn't even know that existed until like
all that shit
came out.
No, I knew it existed. I just knew
I didn't even know it existed until like it came out, and it's just like, yeah, the servers are being taken down in like a week. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this game?
God. It's basically Sony wanted their own Overwatch. That's them. They've wanted their own Overwatch for a long time because that style of game is very obviously very lucrative. But they came out with an Overwatch clone in 2024 when there's Apex. Overwatch 2's out now, and keep in mind, what Blizzard learned from that, you don't even pay for Overwatch 2. You just download it, you play for free, and they just make money from the skins. That's how they make their money. Like, why would you play Concord when Apex is free and Valorant does the same shit? Valorant's free too. Like, it's just basically too little.
Dude,
too
I
late.
never even understood why they keep coming out with new Call of Duties.
They're basically the same. You know why?
It's like every time I see like someone playing Call of Duty 2 or playing Call of Duty 4, it looks like the exact same game to me, and I'm like, why are you playing the same game? I mean, granted, Pokemon, like all the Pokemon games, it's always pretty much the same formula of the game, but they at least change up the story a little bit.
Oh gosh, like you know, Call of Duty, they retreaded all their series. They did because when I heard they were coming out with like Modern Warfare, I was like, wait a minute, why? You're coming up with Modern Warfare? What is? That's how you know they've ran out of ideas, because they came out with a sequel Modern Warfare trilogy, more Black Ops games, and it's like, okay, I fail to understand what's the difference between these. It has to be like maybe like gun upgrades or something, because there's nothing.
They're running out of ideas with The Sims 4. Like, all of the expansion packs, they're like little bits of single expansion pack that they separate into full expansion packs, make you pay full price for them. And all they give you is like some new items, maybe 1 or 2 new gameplay features, and a shitload of bugs. And the game, like, it lags so much, it's pretty much unplayable now. Like,
are you going to play Black Ops 6?
Oh, fuck no. I've never played even Call of Duty 1.
Oh my God. I'm pretty sure if you grabbed one of them randomly and played, you wouldn't know that much difference.
No, there would be no difference.
Right? I'm just saying, if you played Modern Warfare 3 that came out last year compared to Black Ops 6 this year, I'm pretty sure there's no difference there. I would say there might be minimal differences somewhere, but nothing to the
it's
point where it's
probably
like,
got like better graphics, but that's probably about it.
I hope so. I hope again it comes out a year later than another one has better graphics. Okay, we scraped the bottom. What else you got for me? Oh wait, they had the first non-binary operator. See, working up.
Snap!
And
No, in freaking like Sims 4, I guess it got leaked that they're coming out with the new expansion pack for preteens.
Yeah, they said they're not doing a Sims 5.
Yeah, they're not doing a Sims 5, but they're coming out with a preteens expansion pack.
Lord,
like,
man.
What? By this time, they should be like announcing Sims 5 and giving us preview gameplay with how many expansion packs are on Sims 4. Like most diehard Sims fans have actually just gone away from that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've just been like, no, we're done.
Damn, man, gaming has really shot itself in the foot.
It's AAA gaming that shot itself in the foot. It's all the big companies that are doing just pulling out slop because they know people are gonna buy it. And the only good games that are coming,
right? Or
Final Fantasy is normally pretty good.
No, sorry, the company that did Square Enix with Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, they're not going to be exclusive to Sony anymore. They want to be on all the titles now. It's like that's how you know the writing's on the walls when Square Enix has been basically Sony exclusive forever at this point. Goes, you know what? We're doing multi-console. It's like, okay, there's definitely something here. Okay, Microsoft shut down a bunch of studios. Remember?
Yeah. Well, Square Enix. I got the latest Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy 16. I've actually enjoyed that game. That game is actually pretty fun. Yeah, there's 16 of them now. I actually liked 15 and 16. They're both pretty fun. And then, if Square Enix is deciding to be on, all of the consoles, that just tells me that they're seeing kind of, the problems that are coming out. But, when you look at the fact that, the games that are doing the best right now are the ones that are either indie or small companies. They're the ones doing the best because they're looking at these big AAA games, seeing what they're doing wrong, and going, yeah, we're not doing that. Mm-hmm. I mean, you go on Steam, and one of the most popular Steam games right now is TCG Card Shop Simulator. The game is fun as fuck. And all you're doing is just running a card shop. There's not even character customization.
Yeah, what happened to that? The card shop simulator game. Everyone was playing that for a week, and it feels like it just died out.
Well, they were probably waiting for this latest update, which actually just came out, and it came out with some new cards in it too.
Okay, I like it. What about the whole book? What about your book adventures? Are you still making men have gay sex in your books?
Oh yes, I am.
Why?
Because it's fun.
No, you get weirdly turned on by that, you sexual deviant.
Which the third book is done, and I will be releasing it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, nothing screams harder than, hey, want chocolate and cock?
Well, the final so the main reason why I'm releasing it on Valentine's Day is because two of the characters are going on a date to a Valentine's Day themed dinner thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's between a guy and a girl, and the guy gets the girl to actually kiss him, and she's completely racist towards him. You know your game is good when you can do that.
So you're 3 books in.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel you've improved as a indie creator, I would say?
Getting the formatting, doing the formatting for the books themselves, I get it done a lot faster now. Mm-hmm. The writing process, I believe I've gotten better at it. It's just trying to figure out audiobooks now. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Because I have a Twitch friend that's like, hey, I'll totally do an audiobook for you. Because I keep asking him, hey, when you going to read my book? And he's just like, I would if it was audiobook. I'm like, I can't afford that. He's like, I will do it as like an artistic endeavor. I was like,
gosh, man, jeez. I'll voice over your books. The gay sex was simulated by two men. There you go. So I gotta talk like.
No, I think I'd rather have an Irish dude do it. Sorry.
I want to do it like the whole Animal Planet documentaries. You know, like Animal Planet has that one. I love the way the shark moved.
Nah. We'll go with the Irish dude in Ireland.
Oh my god. Good lord. It's because you like fucking leprechauns or some shit.
Hey, why not? I'd rather do a leprechaun than you.
I told the girl that too. She's like, "Can I call you the N-word if we're having sex?" I was like, "I guess." I wouldn't mind.
Call me the N-word on me.
But I guess. I mean, that would technically make me angry if we're doing it during sex. I guess. If a girl wants, I don't care, honestly. I'm not gonna have like racist bitch thrown out. Imagine that as a headline. Girl got thrown out of the guy's house for saying the N-word.
So she's racist towards him because he's a Dompier and she's not. And like he gets her to kiss him, and she accidentally like cuts her tongue on one of his fangs because he's got fangs because he's a half vampire. And that kind of like gets her out of whatever trance that she's in, and she actually calls him a bestia before like slapping him and storming off.
Are you writing smut fan fiction?
No.
Ugh. Good lord. Explain this series to your mom if you want to reconnect with her. Get her to run away instantly.
No, I just mail her one of the books.
We'll just mail her one for free and say, read this, and then talk to me afterwards if you have hope in humanity, and you will get no response ever again. I just being honest here. Holy crap, man.
It's not his fault that the chick, his biological dad, is trying to get him to marry her.
Oh, yeah. Marriage is easy. Don't worry. All right. Sex with women is so easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Not.
What are you talking about? You got to rizz them up.
Dude, you can't rizz anybody. You couldn't even rizz up a soggy cardboard cutout.
It's not true. Unlike Peter, an episode he had to cut out where he was cheating on Lois with a cardboard cutout.
Dude, you wouldn't even be able to rizz that cardboard cutout.
It's easy. If you were at like a bookstore and I saw you, I'm like, oh, she looks kind of cute. I'll walk up to you and I'm like, hey, I think you're really cute. What's your name? Easy. Bam. There's the rizz.
Yeah, then you'd get slapped in the face by a hardcover book.
Easy and effective. That's how it works. How would that not work though? I don't get it.
It wouldn't work. Because
that doesn't like, work,
who the fuck are you? Get away from me.
If that doesn't work, you're weird. If you yell that, I'm gonna actually call the cops on you. I'm gonna tell the cops to call me the N-word. See, they're okay. We need the Me Too movement again.
The Me Too movement.
We need the Me Too movement.
Oh God.
The Me Too movement's all that matters.
The movement that made men decide, nope, not dating.
Yeah. It actually had such ramifications and impacts.
It has so many negative impact.
Yeah. Now men are like, I don't like dating women at all. That's the point.
Yeah.
Now.
Which is not helping the fertility epidemic.
Yeah.
We can't help the fertility epidemic if the guys don't want to even go near the women.
Yeah. So you gotta.
That doesn't help.
It's like the whole horse drinking water. You gotta bring the horse to the water, have them drink it. It's like, well, if they don't want to go to the water,
Though on freaking Twitter recently, I was just like, hey, here's a thought experiment for all the people that voted for Kamala over fucking abortion rights. Whose choice is it if the woman rapes the guy, gets pregnant, decides she wants the baby, but he decides he wants an abortion? Who's the one who gets to choose?
How do you come up with these scenarios in your brain? That blows my mind.
Well, when you stop and think about it, that's probably a scenario that's happened where a guy has been raped, the girl gets pregnant, the guy still has to pay child support.
Yeah, because girls are disgusting and evil.
Well, a lot of times they go, well, he's the dad, he raped me, even though it could have been the other way around.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, if the guy is the victim, why can't he have the final say on whether there's an abortion or not?
I like, for me,
because they keep demanding abortion be legalized for instances of rape. Well, what if it was the guy? If he's a victim, he should be allowed to be like, I want that abortion because I don't want to be reminded of something that was traumatic for me.
Oh yeah, but
because that's their argument for the women. Why can't the guy be the one that makes a decision?
No one cares if guys are hurt by women or in that nature.
Lying about birth control too.
And it goes to anything. If a guy has a problem with what a girl does to him, you're supposed to just like suck it up and move on. And it's like, with girls, we're supposed to like pamper them, supposed to give them the whole world. We're supposed to say, "Oh, you're the greatest thing ever since sliced bread." It's like the world's just been super cucked by how we have to treat women. Like, most guys need to stop doing that. That's how that stuff. Like, certain instances,
if I'm dating a guy, I want him to be like, to have the confidence to be like, "Hey, I didn't like what you said," because that tells me like, oh, I need to change how I'm approaching things. Because like that's part of communication. Like, if I don't like a guy calling me something, I need to speak up and be like, "Hey, I didn't like how you said that to me," or something. I have to speak up. Well, the guy should be able to have the confidence to speak up to me.
Let's say hypothetically, we're in a relationship, and I'll obviously the sex is so good, your mind's always thinking about that, obviously. And I come home and I'm like, you know what? Can I get some dinner? And you're like, no. The fuck? You better make me my damn sandwich. There's no debating about it. You go and make me food. That's it. You know?
No.
Wow. I'm getting a sandwich.
If I get home and the guy comes home and goes, "Make me dinner," I'm gonna be like, "Bitch, make fucking dinner."
Okay, what if I said, "Can you please make me dinner?"
Then that's a different story. That's me going like, "Okay, well, what do you want?"
Yeah, but most guys are like,
if I'm already cooking and you go, "Hey, can you make some for me too?" That's another thing. Like, as you have to be polite about it.
I don't polite. That's so goofy, man. Oh my god, women need strong, like hardened words coming at them constantly. That's what women need. It's a crazy world, because women have all their problems basically pampered to on every level, but a guy's problem is basically
the sex is that good. You don't have to ask; the dinner will already be made.
That's actually true. That
is true.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
If you like the person that you're with, you're gonna want to do things for them. Like whether it's making dinner, picking up dinner, just being like, "Hey, you want a back rub or something?" Like, you want to do things for them because you want to see them happy. That's what a good relationship is. And it goes two ways. Like, it's not just a girl going, "Oh, wait, I'm hungry. I'm going to make him something to eat too." It's also the guy be making something, be like, "Oh, do you want something too? I'm going to make her something." It goes both ways. I was watching an interview with that Laurel K. Hamilton chick, and she was talking about how, like, relationships, it's always a power dynamics, and you're always fighting for who's in control and yada yada. I'm sitting there like, you're supposed to be polyamorous, having all these multiple different partners, and you don't understand that when you're in a relationship, it's a partnership. It's not fighting for who's in control at any certain time. It's working as a team. Like, if you say I'm in a relationship with a guy and it comes to like doing something construction wise around the house, I'm going to defer to him because he's more than likely going to know what he's doing more than I am. Mm-hmm. But if it comes to like something to do in the kitchen, I would expect him to defer to me because I'm the one with the fucking culinary degree and I probably know a bit more than he does.
I hope you would.
I spent the money on fucking getting that degree, so it's like I should know something.
Nah, you go in there and make daddy a sandwich.
Bitch, I will slap you in the face with a book.
God, man. Hey, I've been working all day. Can daddy get a sandwich?
I've been working all day. Can I get a sandwich?
You're going to get a different type of sandwich, a cream pie.
Sure. That's not a sandwich. And we both know you're going to get it.
No.
From my actual boyfriend.
That's you're gross. You need help. If you are such a, why are you a cuck?
I'm not a cuck. I think the term you're looking for is a cuck queen.
I'm pretty sure those exist, but why are you a cuck queen?
What, you mean making my man watch another man have sex with me?
No, you want me to have sex with your man in front of you. That's just gay.
You're gay.
No, I'm not. Is there any way out of this purgatory? I have to basically get through him to get to you? Is that how it works?
Well, the thing is, you keep protesting about being gay, so that just means you're gay.
It's not Tuesday, okay?
Oh, so you are gay on Tuesdays?
No, actually, only.
So that's your bukkake day, where you get a nice, lavish lathering of
lavish lathering of cum. That no. What the fuck? Oh god, life's horrible. I hate it.
Hey, at least you have more personality than Veilguard.
I just wanna. I'll just get bananas and eat them the long way on Tuesday. That's how it works. Ay. Well, I gotta end up doing something in a little bit here, like an hour. I gotta get some stuff done, but feels like for a first appearance, we had a great conversation.
We went all over the place.
Yeah, we can have sex all over the place in my house if we want.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, man.
Real women don't go to California.
All you gotta do is get pounded out for like a good 5 minutes and you leave.
Bro. That's pathetic.
Okay, 5 seconds.
That's pathetic. I wouldn't even give you the 5 seconds it takes to say hi.
Oh god. Okay. All right. A minute.
Nah, not worth my time.
Not worth my time. Okay. All right.
Not worth sullying myself with California air.
Selling yourself. Oh my god. You're not a prostitute. Sullying. Okay. Oh my gosh, man. It's like I was buying you as a
learn English.
Black people don't read. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, that's your fault.
Gosh, man. You think I read a book as a kid? Reading books was always for nerds. Straight up losers.
Nerds rule the world. I mean, look at Elon Musk.
Was he ever a nerd? Oh,
I think so, yeah.
He did play Diablo.
He used to be in the top 20, wasn't he?
Think so.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Huh.
And he endorsed Trump. A gamer endorsed Trump.
Hold on, give me one. Why is it showing the stream is not going to... Oh, it's on X's end. Streaming just ended on X. What the fuck? You broke X, lady.
I always break X.
You broke X. How dare you?
I break all my X's.
No, I know. Now, do you break the bed when you're having sex?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll have to just find that out later.
You'll never find it out.
You suck ass, man.
You're the one sucking asshole.
No, I'm not having sex with your boyfriend in front of you. That's really gay. Why would you ever say that to me? You're insane.
Because you're gay.
So if I go through him, I get to you. That's the deal?
No.
What? Okay. All right. That would be ultimate. That's some ultimate Jerry Springer show shit. Right?
Dude, you're probably one of those guys that'll send pictures of you trying to suck your own dick to girls trying to get them to want to date you.
I've never tried that. That's just, I'm not weird.
Are you saying you've never tried to suck your own dick?
No. I'm literally not mentally deranged. I'm actually a normal human being.
Wow, you're lying.
I'm literally not lying.
You are lying.
I'm black, I'm a liar?
Every guy has tried it at least once.
You need to actually throw those guys away. Throw them all away.
If we threw the entire male population away, the human population would die out. Women cannot make babies with each other.
How do you know that?
Because it's science.
Oh, gosh. No, I'm saying it's like with the whole push of like men, like women can be better than men, women can do everything better than men. That was such a lie. I don't know why they lie to people like that. So stupid.
Mike, you're lying.
I've literally never tried that. That's disgusting. You're just around some depraved weirdos.
Every guy has tried it.
I will say this. There was a guy that did try it. He used to work with me. He called off work because he hurt his ribs. I'm not kidding. The actual story.
I actually did know a guy who could do it.
Just...
He sent me a picture of him sucking the tip of his own dick, thinking it would make me want to date him.
You didn't even give him any play. Oh my god.
Nope. He had no chance after that. I was just like,
you just want guys to be in your like disgusting, cringe little marionette show you like playing with them. And then
dude,
like,
I didn't even give him a chance.
And then you're like, when you completed the absolute disgusting act, I told you, I don't want you anymore. I'm playing with a new toy. You're horrible. I hate you.
You're horrible. You live in California.
I have my own place. You can come over and I could just bang you out for like a good 5 minutes and I make you leave.
Yeah. No.
Okay. 15 minutes.
No.
I'll give you an hour, and then I'll get you an Uber with Felipe. Felipe, who works at Home Depot on the side, but he's also an Uber driver.
If an hour is the best you can do, you definitely have no chance with me.
Okay, I'll make sure I go to the gym, and I'll do a bunch of thrust. Let's go.
Bro, the best I've ever had, it went on for like 8 hours straight.
That's not your kid. That's never happened. This lady's
that totally happened.
Never did. I need videos. I need videos of this, like actual receipts.
Yeah, no, we weren't videotaping it, but we went all over his apartment. It was glorious.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's totally true.
It's never happened.
It did.
It never happened. No, you're like that. What's that show where the guy's like, okay, this never happened? That's you. That's never happened.
Dude, some guys are multi-orgasmic. What can I say?
Oh my goodness. Unsolicited dick pics are never going to work. Yeah. No, guys, don't do that to girls.
They really don't work.
Well, mine's so big.
You don't like them.
Mine's so big where if I sent her that, she would love it. But, outside of me.
Yeah, no.
If I'm just me,
Dude, you're not Irish. Therefore, it's not big.
I hate you. All right, so I just do you have anything planned coming up? Do you have any plans for 2024 going into 2025 you'll let the audience know about?
Gonna finish streaming Veilguard. Hopefully I don't die of alcohol poisoning.
That will happen. I hope it does.
Releasing Dead Man's Gamble on Valentine's Day. What else am I doing? Oh yeah, I gotta make a video introducing characters for Sacred Blood characters. And what else? And then I gotta figure out this audiobook thing.
Yes, you should figure out that. That'll definitely be a big bump in sales. I hope. I know people consume audiobooks. I never did an audiobook ever.
Well, like I looked on Google on like how to do it through KDP, and it was like, oh yeah, you just have to click this button. Well, when I went into the KDP, there was no button for it.
During Black History Month, she loves us. Yeah, she probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
She gets the whole Black Fever thing in February every year, she said.
Nah, sorry, I like them Irish boys with their giant dicks.
You can't even tie your shoes around them, guys. You're horrible. You need help.
What can I say? Every big dick I've ever been with was attached to an Irish boy.
Okay, I'm pretty sure there's no correlations with that. That's just not how life works. That's not how genetics work. Okay, so big dicks aren't just only applied to Irish people. Just pointing it out there.
Well, in my experience, it is. And they've all been assholes, too.
Of course, they're Irish. They're like catastrophically always alcoholics. And they're like leprechauns or some shit. And they always wear green. Maybe I just watch too many movies. Holy shit.
Yeah, you watch way too many movies.
They are alcoholics, though. Just pointing it out.
Not all of them. But one of the Irish boys did turn me into a slight alcoholic for a time.
Well, speaking of this confirmation bias, I have to hear and listen and almost slip my throat on. Do you have any shout outs you want to give to anyone in particular and anything else you want to say in the show?
Well, if you want to know the guy who's going to be doing the audiobook for my book, it's Jay the Last Man on Twitch and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Jay the Last Man.
when will I see you being nominated at the Game Awards for
my audiobook?
They have standards. That gets rejected. You get rejected by woke Hollywood.
Dude, I don't see why woke Hollywood would reject my book. It's got a gay hermaphrodite incubus.
Yeah, that's a little too much for them too. They're like, you know what? We're dementally insane, but this lady's just gone off the deep end at this point.
Creator of the year, yes.
Creator of the year,
my gay hermaphrodite incubus.
Mike, you
was addicted to sugar.
Good Lord, God, man. Hey, and you have the right body size for them. They're all about body positivity now. You know, you could be a plus size.
Sorry, my tits are too big for them.
No, they're not.
My tits are double D, dude.
That's great. Hopefully I can see them later. So
yeah, you won't.
Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. We will see you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys later.